Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, about tag on, I got it in the bag, man, I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasant's disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to Dustin? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear the haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost. Like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that. You gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal, and I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Carr gives to Marshawn. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Carr caught by Nelson left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Here we go. 29. 6-18.
To throw his car. And his first pass is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. His defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Receiver. Hey, lady! Hip.
Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll go down at the 28. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and push it in with goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Frank Gore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, here's Carr. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Keenan Robinson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
6-18.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Go! Hey, 20.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And
down to the 36-yard line here. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Hey. Play.
Now Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Later, 9. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
On second down, Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Cover 0. 808.
On first down, Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cook. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Get set. 637. Low.
From midfield, here's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Keenan Robinson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tag. Hey.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On first down, Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
7:34. 24.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And this is Parker, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Deuce. Check that. Look like you can shoot right here. Go. Go.
A pitch out to Drake. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
You got him.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half.
Here we go.
We'll come back to Miami after this.
Go. Zero. Go. Hip. Clay. Ready? 56 from Mike, boys. 56.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. It's caught outside Amendola. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On first down, it's Tannehill. On the right side, open is Gesicki. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the balls we just saw there.
Yeah, absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them.
Yeah, and how about him in his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts.
They'll run to Drake. Oh, and now he goes. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
7:34. 6:18. Get down.
Throwing now is Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
7:34. Down. 185.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to air one out. Broken. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Going deep here for Stills. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Carr to throw on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Look at the dance and the juke. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now here come the Raiders. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Down, 185, 24. 734.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
734. 637. Express. Purdue.
Carr now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Keenan Robinson getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And some space here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And an alley to run. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
On first down, Drake. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Go. Hey. Tight right. Motion. Right there.
Right back to Drake. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Tannehill on first down. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go.
Tannehill now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Tannehill now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Tannehill hands to Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Lynch running the counter. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense, We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told them, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Back now in Miami. Now they'll throw with Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
All right, get set, fellas.
Here's a give to Lynch. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Keenan Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Well done, though.
On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the 1st-round pick out of Alabama.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Desmond Bryant in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Rashaan Melvin that time able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no... magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Desmond Bryant in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. from the gun. Carr, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Handoff comes to Lynch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They run again on first down, Lynch. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the handoff, Lynch. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Go, go. Get set, get set. Go, go.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This is Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Oakland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.